So I thought I'd start off this video by reading off my very own Atheist Manifesto. Atheist Manifesto by Catastrophe Fix. Article 1, Section 1, Paragraph 1. We don't believe in God. Well, now that we're done with that shit, let's talk about Atheism Plus, or as I like to say, Atheism Pus. Because if you really think about the people who make up this group, it really is the rundown white blood cells of the atheist community, the people who demonized and scared off anybody who disagreed with them in the slightest bit. They're the defeated people who just weren't content with the fact that they no longer have anybody to debate with. They can't be assholes towards Christians because the Christians have basically been scared off because they're assholes. And so they have to move over to social injustices. They're the anti-theists who said, you know, or the feminists or whatever who they're like, you know, we have to come up with a new strategy because our old strategies have been failing us epically, and boom, the birth of Atheism Plus. Let me just say this to both Atheism Plus and anti-theism. At what point was it not enough that theism is wrong? Why does religion have to be the root cause of all evil when it's just factually wrong? Do I really have to say that, like, Santa Claus, the belief in Santa Claus, caused the dinosaurs to die for me to really say that people shouldn't believe in Santa Claus? Or should I just say the fact that Santa doesn't fucking exist is enough that nobody should believe in Santa? Why is it that you have to blame religion on genocide, on, you know, on animal abuse, on the patriarchy, on insert whatever you want to blame religion on? Why the fuck do you have to do that when it's just wrong? The only reason you will ever need for theism not to exist is because it's factually inaccurate. It's factually wrong. They don't have to be culpable for anything. They're wrong. Matter of fact, they're wrong. Factually wrong. No other reason. You should need no other reason. If you need more than that, your conviction and your ability to argue that point that they're wrong is pretty damn weak, if it's not enough that they're wrong. Yeah, you have no other reason to disagree with religion other than it's wrong. You don't have to blame them. So yeah, that's random tangent. But Atheism Plus. Atheism Plus. Atheism Pus. I really wish they would call themselves anti-theists plus, because that's really what they are. Their whole message is agree with us 100% or get the fuck out. Whether you're a Christian who supports gay rights, so like fuck you, or whether you're an atheist who doesn't think women's rights is a huge issue, fuck you. If you use sexist language, fuck you, get the fuck out, we hate you. If you use the word cunt, oh no, language, no, get the fuck out. You know, that's what you should call yourself. Get rid of Atheism Plus and just say, get the fuck out. The name of your group, the name of your website is get the fuck out. Because that's what you've said to basically everybody who disagrees with you. Or, we're here to circle jerk. That's a good one. We're here to circle jerk and suck a lot of cock. That is what you should call yourself. The circle jerking cocksuckers. That's a good name. Good name. If your whole problem with like secular humanism is the name, or anti-theism, or anti-theism plus, or social justice plus, or whatever the fuck you know else you could think of, is that name is too long, Atheism Plus is perfect because I've removed another letter for you. And it really goes to show everybody in the world, so there's no confusion between Atheism Plus and atheist, is, you know, if you say Atheism Plus, they know, oh, these guys are the assholes, they're the shitbags. Not the rest of the atheists, no. Atheism Plus. Shitbags. Atheists, shitbags. A lot clearer than Atheism Plus, atheism. Just an idea, just throwing it out there. But really what inspired me to make this video was the video by Agent of Doubt. Agent of Doubt made one in which he said, basically made a comparison between Atheism Plus and Occupy Wall Street. I was about to say College Humor for some reason. Occupy Wall Street. I was watching College Humor, but Occupy Wall Street. He basically said that, like Occupy Wall Street, this is just another group of people who are splintering off from the bigger message, which initially was just that we need to promote rationality and acceptance that it's okay to be an atheist. You know, it's no longer it's okay to be an atheist. Now it's you must be an atheist. That's the whole thing with Atheism Plus, I guess. And you must be a feminist, and you must be an anti-theist, and you must be an egalitarian, what have you. You can't be a race realist. You can't be an anarchist. You can't be a Marxist. You can't be a capitalist, which I'll get back to that. Yeah. But his whole thing is it's dividing it more and more and more. But what's it really dividing? Because here's the whole thing that I don't think Agent of Doubt got. Unlike Occupy Wall Street, even though they're divisive, with Occupy Wall Street, you're in a city. You have to physically be there. So anybody who originally agreed with Occupy Wall Street, but the message changed and they didn't agree with the message changing, they had to leave. They had no reason to be there anymore. They had no reason to occupy Wall Street. But with Atheism Plus, anybody who disagrees with Atheism Plus, it's not like they have to get off the internet. They don't have to get off the internet. They don't have to shut up about atheism. It's not like, you know, all the people who disagree with Atheism Plus is just going to shut the fuck up and get off the internet. It's like, oh no, they won. We're going to leave now. No, it's not how it works. So, yeah, the fact that you don't have to physically be there, the fact that we're going to be here on the internet, whether Atheism Plus is there or not, just is a good thing. Because what it means is that you had this beforehand atheist community with all these different people who ranged from being completely rational to completely irrational, and you had this small faction of pricks who decided to make themselves Atheist Plus. And so instead of having this whole thing with the people who consist of Atheism Plus everybody else who is atheist, Atheism Plus splintered off. And they went to go circle jerk and have an echo chamber. And you know what? Good. Good for them. They aren't worth salvaging. So yeah, that's the whole message of this video, I guess, is we should encourage Atheism Plus. They should change their name to Atheism Pus or Anti-Theism Plus or Secular Humanism or We're Assholes, Go Fuck Yourself, anything like that. Yeah, they should change their name. But that aside, though, you know what? Good on them for going to circle jerk on free thought blogs. I didn't even use free thought blogs because basically it's you know, the way I see this is it's just siphoning off like the worst of the worst of the worst. It's like, you know, first of all we had, you know, the YouTube atheist community, but then we cut things off with free thought blogs and there's free thought blogs, which is a bunch of assholes. And then we siphoned off from free thought blogs the Atheist Plus community, and now they have their own website, atheismplus.com or whatever, .org, I have no clue what it's called. But you know what? That's a good thing. Good thing. The last thing I'm going to remark on is this whole thing of like Atheism Plus being against anarchism, which I just find humorous. You know, I knew that there were feminists out there, radical feminists, who were basically not radical feminists, radical feminazis, because these people are feminazis. They aren't feminists. They're feminazis. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They probably haven't read they haven't even read the slightest bit of feminist literature. Feminazis. And I knew that there were, you know, these extremely pro-LGBT right people who, you know, amongst the lines with, you know, feminists who just want to censor people and all that shit. And they're like, oh no, they use the word faggot. Oh no. Never had any other meaning. But I never knew that there were actually people in the atheist community who just sucked the cock, the big golden cock of the state. I didn't know that. That's funny. Just like, love that government cock. I never knew that group of people actually existed. I knew there were, you know, people who didn't mind the state, which I have no problem with. I don't have a problem with federalists, but I never knew there were straight up people who were like, oh, anarchist, oh, it's sick, I gotta keep sucking the cock of the state. So that's just kind of, it's kind of funny. It's kind of humorous to me. So yeah.